Good morning and welcome to our annual observation of Patriots Day, where we remember and honor all those lost on that tragic day 24 years ago, September 11th, 2001. I'm Scott Weiss, the police chief, and I'll be hosting today's ceremonies. To begin, I would like to ask the officers of the Monterey Park Police Department Honor Guard to present the colors. Please stand.
Forward, march. More time, march. Ready, halt. Left, face. Present, arms.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic to which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms. Outward, face. Forward, march. Honor guard, prepare to post colors. Post colors. Outward, face. Forward, march.
Please remain standing while members of the Monterey Park Police Department and Fire Department lay the wreath remembering the loss of those on that day. Thank you. Please be seated. Again, I'd like to welcome everybody here today. We have a lot of distinguished guests. I'd like to introduce them. First off, we have Mayor Vin Go, Mayor Pro Tem Elizabeth Yang. I believe he's maybe in the back. Councilmember Thomas Wong. He couldn't be here today, but I want to recognize Councilmember Henry Lowe. Oh, there he is. He is here. So I don't get it wrong this time. Jose Sanchez, council member. He could pop out of nowhere. Also our city clerk, Michelle Yee, and our city treasurer, Amy Lee. Also we have Mike Eng from the San Gabriel Valley Water District who's present today. And Amber Zhang representing Senator Sasha Perez. Now I'd like to introduce our mayor to say a few words. I'm putting him on the spot, but he's really good at this.
Good morning, everyone. Just want to reflect today being Patriot Day. For the last 24 years, we've had this distinction where we come and we recognize and we memorialize. And to an extent, we celebrate those patriots who gained heroism and supported what happened 24 years ago. To our first responders, you're always up there. We remember you forever. For those who survived and families who were lost, we will always remember and memorialize the loss. And of course, the strength of unity, how we came about, how we continue to grow as a nation. Thus, Patriot Day. Always remember, never forget. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Mike Eng from the San Gabriel Valley Water District.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I just want to say, as a former mayor and former state assembly member now representing San Gabriel Valley Municipal Water District, I am thrilled and honored that the City of Monterey Park, my city, is continuing to remember and honor our first responders, those that went before us, especially on Patriots Day. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and God bless America.
Now I'd like to introduce Elizabeth Yang, our Mayor Pro Tem.
Good morning, everyone. 24 years, and it still feels like yesterday. Patriot Day, we're going to remember this forever, year after year. And I'm sure each of us have our stories of what happened on 9/11. I remember I was in my college dorm preparing for my class when my roommate told me the news of what was going on the East Coast. And I will never forget that day. So continue sharing our stories, never forget the lives that were lost, and we continue to remember and support our country. Next, I'd like to invite Councilmember Henry Lowe to come say a few words.
Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. And I just want to thank everyone who are here today. And although it has been 24 years, yet this community comes out strong every year to remember that day of 9/11, 2001. It was a day of tragedy, a day of valor with our first responders who put themselves in harm's way. It was a day that none of us will forget. It was also a day in which we were reminded as Americans the importance of being united, and that despite those who may scapegoat and divide us as a community, that we are stronger, we are better as one Americans. And so on this 9/11 Patriot Day, let's remember who we are as a community, and let's always continue to stand strong together. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As a tradition we do here in Monterey Park, the fire department and police department, we select one officer or one firefighter within our community, and they research one of the public safety professionals that was lost that day on 9/11. I want to introduce Officer Martinez from the Monterey Park Police Department. He's going to talk about the person he researched and their background and what happened to them that day. Officer Martinez.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Officer Martinez. Today we gather not just to remember an officer, but to honor a man who truly lived his life in service. Vincent Gabriel Vinny Dans. Vinny was born February 26, 1963. He was a son, a brother, and later a husband and father. He answered the call of service when he served in the United States Marine Corps, carrying the values of honor and duty that shaped the rest of his life. When he joined the New York Police Department, he brought that same spirit with him. For 14 years, he protected the city he loved. He started on bicycle patrol and worked his way into the Emergency Services Unit. The team trained to handle the toughest and most dangerous rescues. It was the perfect place for someone with his courage and his steady hand. On the morning of September 11th, 2001, when tragedy struck, Vinny and his team did what they had always trained to do. They ran towards the danger. They climbed into the World Trade Center and with one mission: to get people out. Amid the chaos, Vinny called home. His voice was calm, but his words carried the weight of the moment. His voice said, "Hun, it's 9:50, and I'm in the World Trade Center. I'm up in the building. Say a prayer that we get some of these people out. I'm okay, but say a prayer for me. I love you." Even in these final moments, he was thinking of others, of the people trapped above him, and of the family he loved so dearly. When the South Tower collapsed, Vinny gave his life doing what he always had done, protecting others. Behind the uniform, he was a devoted husband and proud father of 3 girls. His youngest was only 8 months old. Vinny wasn't the type to boast or call attention to himself. His brother once said he was a special breed. He wasn't boastful. He loved his work and the guys that he worked with. They would die for one another. That bond, that selflessness, was the heart of who he was. In the days that followed, Vinny became the first NYPD officer to have a memorial service where Mayor Rudy Giuliani spoke of his sacrifice, a reflection of how much his loss touched the city. But his story didn't end there. In 2019, the United States Coast Guard named a Sentinel class cutter in his honor, a lasting tribute to his service not only as a police officer, but as a port security specialist, 2nd class in the Coast Guard Reserve. His name now sails in the seas as a reminder of his courage and his courage to continue to inspire others. Today we remember Officer Dans. Let us remember his sacrifice. Let us remember that he loved and carried his family, the quiet joy he found in everyday life, and the courage that carried him up those stairs in 9/11. Vinny lived his life of service for his country, then to his city, and to all the people he loved. May we honor his legacy not only with his words, but with the way we live our lives. Thank you.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is John Jin. I'm Battalion Chief here with the City of Monterey Park Fire Department. So as I stand here today, not only as a firefighter, but as a newly promoted Battalion Chief, a title that carries great weight, I feel even more deeply when I speak about one of the finest leaders to even hold this rank, Battalion Chief Oreo Joseph Palmer of the FDNY. On September 11, 2001, Chief Palmer gave his life inside the South Tower of the World Trade Center. His story is not just history, it's a blueprint for all of us who wear these gold bugles on our collar. Chief Palmer was more than a rank. He was a professional who lived the values of our job demands. Born in the Bronx in 1956, he spent his career mastering every aspect of the fire service. He was an elite firefighter and an athlete, the only member of the FDNY to ever win the physical fitness medal 5 times. He was also a student of the job, writing about high-rise communications long before 9/11 exposed the weaknesses in our communication systems. When I read his work and listened to his radio traffic, I hear a man who believed preparation and knowledge were as vital as courage. That's a lesson I carry now as I lead our members. Our people look to us for not just orders, but for competence, confidence, and a clear head. On the morning of September 11th, as others fled, Chief Palmer and his men ascended. They fought their way up to the South Tower, reaching the 78th floor, the impact zone itself. Smoke, flames, devastation, hundreds of lives hanging in the balance, and yet Palmer's voice on the radio was calm and ready. He reported numerous 1045s, the code for civilian fatalities, and he pinpointed the fire location. No panic, no hesitation, just the calm tone of a leader who knew his duty and trusted his training. Those transmissions have since become legendary for their example and professionalism. As a newly promoted battalion chief, that is the standard I have set for myself, to lead with the same clarity. His legacy: train hard, think ahead, stay calm, and lead from the front. That's the standard Oreo Palmer set for all of us. For me, stepping into this rank, I feel the weight of what Chief Palmer left behind. A gold badge is not just a reward, it's a responsibility. It means being the voice on the radio that cuts through the panic. It means pushing your body and mind so that the worst day comes, you're steady enough to lead those upward into danger. In Chief Palmer's honor, they actually named a physical fitness award after him, challenging every firefighter to prepare for a physical job. And they also named a street after him in the Bronx, so that all generations will always remember him. To Chief Palmer and all those that have fallen on September 11th, thank you for showing us what true leadership looks like. We will never forget. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Now to commemorate the first plane, American Flight 11, which struck the North Tower at 8:46 a.m. Eastern Time. It's 8:46 time here now. I'd like us to take a moment of silence in remembrance of that. As a remembrance with fire service tradition that dates back to the mid-1800s, long before there were radios or cell phones, fire alarms and daily announcements were sent from headquarters to firehouses by a system of bell commands and telegraph. When a firefighter died in the line of duty, headquarters would transmit in a series of 4 with 5 bell strikes each. This custom has continued through the years to this day and is a form of rendering final honors to departed comrades. In the fire service, this is known as striking of the 4 fives. I would like to ask Chief Jin to conduct striking of the 4 fives. To close out the day, I just have a few quick words. I want to thank everybody for being here today. And on this solemn day, we gather to remember September 11th, 2001. 24 years ago, our nation was shaken to its core. Nearly 3,000 innocent lives were taken in New York City, at the Pentagon, and in a quiet field in Pennsylvania. It was a day of an unimaginable loss, but also a day that revealed the best of American spirit. We remember the office workers, the airline passengers, and the first responders who never made it home that day. We remember the firefighters, police officers, and paramedics who ran toward danger when others were running away. Many gave their lives that morning in acts of bravery that will never be forgotten. For those of us in law enforcement, the sacrifice made by our brothers and sisters in uniform that day hold a special place in our hearts. The New York City Police Department lost 23 officers that morning. The Port Authority Police lost 37 officers that morning. And hundreds were injured, many continuing to suffer health complications to this day. Their courage was extraordinary, but their sacrifice was deeply human. They were fathers and mothers, sons and daughters, friends and neighbors. Today, as we honor their memory, we also reflect on what their service means to us. It reminds us that the badge we wear is not just a symbol of authority. It is a pledge of service, of duty, and when called upon, sacrifice. But remembrance is not only about loss, it is also about resilience. In the days and weeks after 9/11, we saw communities unite, strangers comfort one another, and an entire nation come together with resolve. That spirit of unity is something we must strive to carry forward in our service and in our daily lives. So today, let us pause to honor the fallen, to support the survivors, and to remind ourselves of the responsibility we share to build a safer, stronger, and more compassionate community. May we never forget the lives lost, the sacrifices made, and the resilience shown. And may we continue to strive in a way that honors their legacy. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having us.